Vijana 1,110 watapata nafasi ya kushiriki katika kazi hiyo. Ladies and gentlemen, the blue economy is a central pillar of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda with vast potential for job creation, food security. Neither the factories nor their assets, including land, have been sold. They remain public property, leased under strict terms to private sector players to deliver shared value and revive the industry for the benefit of farmers, workers, communities, the sector, and the nation. As we dedicate our efforts to nation building, we are also preparing Kenya to thrive in an increasingly competitive, complex future. This requires equipping our learners with the knowledge, skills, and mindset necessary to seize opportunities and contribute meaningfully to national development. Guided by bold recommendations from the Presidential Working Party on Education Reform, we are undertaking the most transformational shift of our education system in over 6 decades. We have successfully transitioned to a competence-based education system, moving away from rote learning towards a dynamic, skills-based approach aligned with the 21st century needs and our socio-economic goals. Our next priority is to ensure every school has infrastructure and equipment needed to support both learners and teachers. To support this transition, and respond to the needs of our growing population, we have undertaken the largest teacher recruitment drive since independence, employing 76,000 new teachers over a period of 2 years, and are on course on additional 24,000 teachers by January next year. We also have built more than 23,000 additional classrooms, easing pressure on existing infrastructure and shielding teachers and learners from the burden of overcrowded classrooms. At the tertiary level, we have revolutionized education financing through a new student-centered funding model that ensures the sustainability of our TVETs and universities while expanding access for learners. Today, students from poor families get up to 90% of government scholarships, with parents paying only a nominal fee. In recognition of the transformative power of technical and vocational education and training in tackling pressing socio-economic challenges such as youth unemployment, skills gaps, and poverty, the government is aggressively scaling up investment in technical training. TVET colleges enrollment is set to grow 4-fold from 500,000 last year to 2 million by the end of this year, equipping a new generation with skills and knowledge needed to drive Kenya's industrialization, innovation, and economic competitiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, to further empower ordinary Kenyans and small businesses with affordable credit, the Hustler Fund has supported over 25 million borrowers, disbursed 70 billion, and mobilized 4.5 billion in savings. It has also introduced a revolutionary credit rating system that is transforming access to finance for millions who were previously excluded from the formal financial system. The Hustler Fund credit rating system is designed to offer fair and transparent assessment of creditworthiness. It serves as an alternative form of soft collateral for individuals at the base of our economy, the historically excluded majority who lack access to formal financing guarantees such as payslips, title deeds, or other traditional forms of collateral. To date, over 4.5 million beneficiaries with strong credit scores have been qualified for increased loan limits. Notably, 400,000 of them are now eligible for loans of up to 150,000 without any other collateral except their credit score, bringing them into direct engagement with commercial banks. This effectively integrates them into the mainstream financial system, unlocking greater economic opportunities for them. As part of this financial empowerment program for those at the base of our economy, I am pleased to announce that in recognition of the immense potential of our young people, their critical role in the economy, and their capacity for creativity and innovation, the government of Kenya has partnered with the World Bank to roll out the 20 billion National Youth Opportunity Towards Advancement Project, commonly known as NYOTA. This initiative aims to empower over 800,000 young people aged between the ages of 18 and 29 years, and up to 35 years for those with disabilities, by enhancing their employability through skills, training, on-the-job experience, recognition of prior learning, and entrepreneurial development, and the promotion of a savings culture. The NYOTA project leverages the Hustler Fund platform and has already attracted over 1 million applicants for its business support component. This initiative targets at least 70 young people in every ward across Kenya, offering grant funding, business training, and market linkages. We have committed 5 billion Kenya shillings in grants to support 100,000 young people. Each will receive Kenya 50 shillings grant in seed capital to start their entrepreneurial journey by August this year. I am equally pleased to report to the nation that effective this week, we will commence the nationwide rollout of Climate Works, a bold and ambitious initiative aimed at engaging over 110,000 young people across the 47 counties in meaningful work that strengthens their nation's resilience, beginning with informal settlements. Launched last year in Nairobi, the program has recorded significant success and is now being expanded to the remaining 46 counties. Structured as a social protection program, Climate Works will engage youth to deliver vital public goods, including the construction of roads, the planting of trees, and the improvement of environmental sanitation within their localities. Through Climate Works, we are not just offering a paycheck for today. We are providing financial relief and a bridge to future opportunities, enabling young people to pursue their next steps, whether in launching a business, furthering their education, or stepping into long-term employment. So vijana wa Homa Bay, mujipange kuanzia next week. Ile ilikuwa inaitwa kazi mtaani, sasa itaanza Kenya mzima, na vijana 110,000 watapata nafasi ya kushiriki katika kazi hiyo. Ladies and gentlemen, the blue economy is a central pillar of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda with vast potential for job creation, food security, revenue generation, and rural development. Many nations have leveraged their marine resources for prosperity. It is time for Kenya to do the same. That is why this Madaraka, themed around the blue economy and maritime affairs, is being marked here in Homa Bay, the bay of endless opportunities. When we speak of unutilized opportunities and untapped potential in the blue economy, Homa Bay in many ways mirrors the promise of Kenya itself. Kenya has the capacity to become a maritime powerhouse. It is time to act, time to do something bold, ambitious, and transformative with this opportunity. Recognizing this opportunity, the government of Kenya is prioritizing the blue economy as a key frontier for national socio-economic transformation. We are making deliberate and strategic investments in sustainable fisheries across lakes, dams, and oceans. A flagship initiative is the Kabonyo Fisheries and Aquaculture Services and Training Center of Excellence in Nyando. Once operational, it will produce 7 million fingerlings quarterly to restock Lake Victoria and drive research, training, and innovation. The facility will house a Nile Perch Innovation Center, an Aquaculture Resource Center, and the Kenya Fishing School, positioning Kenya as a regional aquaculture leader. Similarly, the Sagana Aquaculture Center is being modernized to serve as a national breeding hub to warm water species like Nile tilapia and African catfish. These initiatives will boost aquaculture productivity, improve nutrition, and expand livelihoods, aligning with Kenya's Vision 2030 and the bottom-up economic transformation agenda to expand fish farming into arid and semi-arid regions. In Mount Kenya's highlands, the Kikanjo Drought Hatchery is being upgraded to resolve issues like fingerling shortages and high costs, ensuring trout farming remains viable in cooler regions. At the coast, the National Mariculture Research and Training Center in Shimoni, under the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute, is cultivating maritime species like milkfish, mud crabs, seaweed, oysters, and prawns. This initiative aims to create jobs and improve livelihoods for about 200,000 people across 5 coastal counties. The development of Liwatoni and Shimoni fishing ports will further expand deep-sea fishing capacity to 24 vessels, fully unlocking our maritime potential. We have completed 7 modern fish landing sites on the Indian coast and 3 on the shores of Lake Victoria. Additionally, 5 more landing sites are under construction in the coastal counties of Kwale, Mombasa, Kilifi, Tana River, and Lamu at the cost of Kenya shillings 1 billion. Due for completion by September this year. 9 new landing sites are also planned around Lake Victoria, in Kisumu, Busia, Siaya, Migori, and Homa Bay, with a budget of Kenya shillings 1.5 billion. To strengthen the fisheries value chain, we are also building modern fish markets with cold storage and hygiene facilities. In the coast, markets are being constructed in Likoni, Malindi, and Kibuyuni. In Turkana, we are developing markets in Kalokol and Lowerangak, alongside fully equipped landing sites in Kalokol and Loyangalani. Collectively, these investments aim to cut post-harvest fish losses, currently estimated at between 30% and 40%, and create new economic opportunities for women and young people. The blue economy currently contributes 36 billion to our economy, which is only 0.6% of our GDP, but has the potential to contribute Kenya shillings 400 billion through both capture and culture fisheries. To meet this rising demand and ease pressure on wild stocks, we are promoting cage farming in Lake Victoria. As of 2024, over 4,000 cages have been established in Kisumu, Siaya, Homa Bay, Migori, and Busia, producing 12,000 metric tons annually, mostly of Nile tilapia. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 2.5 years, we have constructed 1,800 kilometers of new tarmac roads and maintained over 134,000 kilometers, surpassing our targets, unlocking markets, empowering rural communities, and supporting key sectors such as agriculture and housing. Discussions have been concluded on the extension of the standard gauge railway from Naivasha to Kisumu and onward to Malaba. Additionally, by July this year, construction will commence on the dual carriageway from Rironi to Mau Summit, eventually extending through Eldoret to Malaba. Ladies and gentlemen, as we often say here in Kenya, any time is tea or coffee time, which explains why instant coffee is a favorite for many. Yet we must all agree that while instant coffee is good, there are no instant solutions to the enduring and demanding tasks of nation building. Real change takes plans, persistence, and discipline. Promises must be followed by action and the willingness, discipline, and grit to do what is necessary day by day. Above all, we must overcome the fear of change, knowing that today's world demands courage, conviction, and bold leadership. The transformation underway throughout our country is real and considerable. Profound change is taking place before our eyes. Our children are getting quality education and relevant education. By January next year, we will have employed 100,000 teachers, the highest number in our nation's history, to help build the workforce of the future. Roads are connecting communities. Electricity is reaching every village. Dignified homes are rising across counties. Farmers are feeding the nation. Millions now access quality health care without barriers. Border riders are getting affordable credit, and Mama Mboga are thriving in modern markets nationwide. This is bottom-up economic transformation in action. No longer a distant dream, but a lived reality for millions of hard-working Kenyans whose dreams are now within reach. We must sustain this momentum to make up for lost time and create opportunities for millions still yearning for a chance. We must remain steadfast in our belief in Kenya's potential and in our ability to realize our dreams. Let us never become a nation that stopped believing, nor a people who only dreamed but were too afraid to act. Let us move forward with the same spirit, honoring the vision of our founding fathers. Their dream was not just self-rule, but a nation where every Kenyan from every corner can dream freely, strive equally, and achieve their potential. Today, we renew that promise to leave no one behind and build a Kenya where hope and opportunity are a right for all. Jameni, munikubalie nimalizie hapo nikiwaambia ndugu zangu wa Homa Bay, asanteni sana kwa kutukaribisha Homa Bay. Tunawaheshimu, tunawapenda, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie safari hii tutatembea kwa pamoja. Nataka nimshukuru ndugu yangu mkubwa Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga aka Baba kwa kuunganisha pamoja na mimi taifa letu la Kenya. Tuondoe siasa ya chuki na ukabila na mambo ya kisirani. Tuwaweke watu wa Kenya pamoja, kwa sababu umoja ni nguvu. Ndio mwimbaji mmoja hapa akatuambia, one waonge wasiwasi, one waonge watch, one wachodho mana teach. Alisema hakusema? Nirudie. One waonge wasiwasi, one waonge watch, one wachodho mana teach. Kwa Mheshimiwa Kindiki na Mheshimiwa Raila pengine amuelewi hiyo lugha, inamaanisha hatuna wasiwasi, hatuna midomo mingi, tunachapa kazi. Ile kazi bila break ndio tunachapa. Ni kweli ama si kweli watu wa Homa?